Welcome back, guys. This is Cole with GMP Performance, and today we have a very special car. This is a 2017 Audi R8 V10 Spider. That's a lot of things to say in one word, but it's worth it. Right on the right here, this car is stock. Usually a lot of the cars we work on are highly modified or they're just getting into it. So we have a fresh puppy in front of us today, and we're gonna change that. We're gonna add a couple things to it. We have a Capristo exhaust that we're gonna add to it. We're gonna upload a APR Stage 1 tune, and we're gonna put a set of BMC high flow air filters in it. So the exhaust is gonna give us that awesome V10 sound that we're looking for, which it has already, but we're gonna amplify it. And then we're gonna add that APR tune to get that extra power, response, and feel that we're looking for. And then with the BMC filters, we're gonna get the extra airflow that we need. And we're also gonna add noise because we can hear it right behind us when that top's down. So let's go check this out. The one most common question we have when installing exhaust is how does it sound? And it's really hard to capture that through equipment using an iPhone. Fortunate enough, my cameraman Adam behind the camera has a really nice microphone on his camera equipment, so we're gonna give an exhaust video with the stock exhaust, so the valves closed, the valves open, and then once we get back to the shop and put all the exhaust on it, and we're gonna come back and then give you the sound clips of the exhaust opened up and really hear that V10 roar. Alright, so now we have achieved the baseline for what we're doing to the car. We know how the car feels and we know how the car sounds. So now we're going to go head back to the shop and get to work. So it's day 2 back in the shop, and we have our R8 disassembled over here to the right. A lot of people haven't seen these cars disassembled. To get the exhaust out of this car, you have to take the whole rear end of this car off. That includes taking the bumper, the tail lights, the spoiler, and a lot of little bits. It's a lot of screws, a lot of time. So we have on the ground to our right, we have the stock exhaust. I hope you brought your suitcase because that's what this is. It's a big exhaust. A lot of mufflers are in there, and there's also catalytic converters inside of this exhaust system itself. In front of it, we have the Capristo exhaust that we're going to be adding today. This is a lot lighter, a lot more simplified, and it's going to give us a lot more volume that we're looking for. Also, one feature that's nice about this exhaust that the stock exhaust had, but we're adding, is that we have valves in the exhaust. And in addition to the valves, we have a valve controller. Now, the stock exhaust system controls the valves through dynamic, comfort mode, and automatic mode. It'll adjust how it wants to open the valves and close the valves. But with this device here, once we wire this up, this is a control unit that controls the vacuum to the actuators. And we have keys that we'll be able to switch between the different modes that we want, depending on what kind of volume we want out of the car, which is a nice feature when you upgrade to the Capristo exhaust. So we're doing the BMC filters as well, which is another huge upgrade on this car. Here we have the two filters side by side. This is the stock filter on my right, and on the left we have the BMC filter. You can see there's a big difference in the media that you use for filtration. This means it's going to have a lot more air flowing through it, and it's going to give it a little bit more sound that we're going to like. The air boxes on this car actually vent straight out to the atmosphere. So when you have the top down and you're hitting the throttle, you're going to hear a little more engine noise, is what we want. So we're going to start taking the heat shield off of the stock exhaust, and we're going to put it on the Capristo exhaust, and then we're going to fit that back in the car, and then we just have reassembly.
Mm-hmm.